Good morning. It is the morning of my retightening, and I feel so excited. Before I get started, just let me say thank you to all my new subscribers. Right now, I am at like 212 subscribers. I think the last time I mentioned it, I was at 200, and I really appreciate it. But I'm excited. I'm excited for all that my hair is going through, the changes, and I look forward to sharing with you what my consultant says today. So I washed my hair or shampooed my hair a couple days ago. So I didn't do it again last night. And I'll be going this evening to get it retightened. And I'm just always excited about getting my hair retightened. And I just put this cap on that I've had for a long time. It's one of these caps with the satin lining. Great. So this morning, this hair is ready to be retightened. I'm going to show you a little bit of the grid from the back, what it looks like. And I really want you to pay attention to how the gray seems to pop, so that I can try to prove to you that when I get my hair retightened, it does look like I have less gray. Even though the gray is as long as it is, it just looks like less after it's retightened. I look forward to seeing Flo again. I hadn't seen her since October of 2019. Next month, March 4th, will be my Sisterlock anniversary, and I'm excited. I'm just excited about what she's going to say about my hair now that she's back. The changes that she'll see. It's just really important to me. So, I will see you again after I get my hair retightened. In the meantime, I want to show you this because I'm going to get my hair retightened and I'm going to change my top. And I'll be wearing a t-shirt. And this is what my t-shirt will say. You will notice that my t-shirt says, "I am Black History." And there's a lot of names in there. And those are names from my family. My son made this shirt. And I am so proud of him. I will put a link to his website so that if you're interested in getting a shirt like this, a t-shirt with your family names, because it's custom made, you can contact him. Have a wonderful day. Good morning. I got my hair retightened yesterday, guys. And I don't have very much to say about it except that it was wonderful. And I want you to pay attention to my hair, because one thing I said was, after I get my hair retightened, then it looks like I have a little less gray because the gray is then smoothed out a bit. Now, I'm not going to talk very long. One thing I want you to know is that next month on March 4th, I look forward to my 1-year anniversary with Sisterlocks. I am going to turn around so you can pay attention or see my hair. And my grid. I am so pleased today. So pleased. I am on my way out to work, and I want you to stay tuned because you'll hear an update about my hair directly from my consultant, Flo. Flo will be a part of the video today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the encouragement on my gray hair. Today is Wednesday, February 13th. And as of this moment, I feel as though I will not be coloring my hair. That's how I feel today. And that is all I'm going to say. Stay tuned for Flo.
All right, so we got some action going on. We got some growth. We got some length. So we got our silver fox-ness happening here, and then our darker color. And basically, you got two different things happening along the same lock. Of course, gray hairs develop, and they lock a little bit differently. So the hair looks real full and thick at the scalp. And that's just because gray hairs are a little bit more unruly, so they kind of do their own thing. It's not really as scalpy because gray hairs are a little bit more wiry, and they just do their own thing. And then the bottom of the hair, of course, is still developing. You got your curly cues at the bottom. Normally when this area starts to bud, it'll look like a little lint ball. Now you can see when you look back on this video, they curl so tight that they start to form, it feels like a little seed. And I got one in my hand right here. It feels like a little seed, and it looks like it's hanging on by one strand. And people will want to come by and pop it off, and you say absolutely not. There's one right there. And this is where, so when we started the lock, we started down at the bottom, and so it's going to always develop wherever you start. Now, what's interesting about your locks, because you have the gray coming in at the root, and then you got your dark color hair, is kind of developing in two different phases. So if you see, normally it shouldn't be big and poofy at the root because that's new hair. It shouldn't be doing that at the bottom because that's the oldest hair. But because your texture changes from gray to dark, you got the locking process happening on two places on the lock. Right where the gray is, and right where we started at the bottom. So it's going to always look kind of two-tone. Normally it's the opposite. It's big at the bottom and smaller at the top as far as the size of the lock. Doesn't mean that, anything's wrong. It's just different. So the hair is going to appear more mature here because it's thick. It's starting to get all the hair that's being shedded. It's falling into hair, but that's mostly because of the gray texture is a little bit bigger, and your curl pattern changes when you have gray hair come in versus darker hair. So gray hair is normally kind of a little bit more kinky, a little bit more unruly in every direction. If you look a little close here, you can see how the hairs aren't really wanting to be in the lock. No matter how much we try to coax it, it won't, compared to the more neater look. So it's just like kind of aging, when you're older and more experienced. Nobody can tell you what to do.
Great.
However, we want you to be uniform, but that's just, so if your entire head was gray, your entire hair would look like the gray sections. But because you started off with dark roots, so so you're going to be watching your journey actually from top and bottom, because they're actually doing, it's the same thing just at a different speed. That's only because now when it fully locks, which is interesting because the bottom part is going to actually swell up also when it's fully mature. So you haven't settled just yet, so you would still have to braid and band. You don't have I don't think it's safe yet to stop braiding and banding. But your ends are changing, and you can tell by the curly cues. And as I go through, I'll see if I can find any that's locked. But you're like almost there. Like you have a lot that are starting to bud. And I found a perfect one. Let me see. So whatever you've been doing, so here's one right there. and right there. So probably within the next couple of months, or maybe the next few shampoos, you start to see the changes. Where it won't have this curly Q phase. It'll start to form that rounded bud at the end.
Okay.
But don't pick it, because as soon as you pop it off, you just restarted the whole process all over. But your grid is still intact. Everything's good. You're just going to have big poofy hair at the root and the ends, right? So you like big hair.
I do.
Okay. Then of course, and I know you want to color so bad, but you know.
But I'm listening to
Yeah,
what you are saying,
Silver
and
Fox Club, girl. The Silver Fox Club, and I kind of like the two-tone look. And you know, younger people are actually getting putting gray hair in their hair.
right.
I'm not sure,
Okay.
what you know, why, what style that is, but people are doing it.
Okay.
But I mean, healthy hair first.
Okay.
And I would just say, just leave it and don't mess with it, and just, because then you're going to encourage people. And there are younger people that are gray and they're young. And they're like, I don't want to get locks, but then they can see. But gray hair is going to never ever be really neat and pristine. It's going to always have that messy look. So your hair is going to always look full.
Okay. Great.
Even if, God forbid, let's say if it thins out, it'll look thin, but you're going to always have the illusion of fullness because of the grays are in different directions. And when light reflects on a lighter color, it bounces back, so it looks like there's way more hair here versus the darker color is like, okay, that's it.
Okay.
So see any that needs to, you know, I mean, just looking at it, I don't see any repairs that need to be done. I'll have to reconstruct any locks, so we can just get right on in into your retightening.
Okay.
I don't see any bunching. And you've never really had excessive slippage, so, and your scalp looks good, it's nice and healthy, I don't see anything dry and patchy, so you follow the instructions. Look at God, look at God.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So, there we go.
So we're getting to work now.
Yes.
Okay.